Hi, this is David Clausen with the Stock of the Week. This is the number one stock from MSN's Stock Scouter. It's Sara.lee. And I'm starting out here with a 10-year chart. So I'm going back to 10 years. I like to just get a long-term perspective. And we can see that over the last year or so, of course, with the nice uptrend in the markets, this helps out. But this is the strongest momentum that Sara.lee has had in the last 10 years. So that's pretty positive. I can see here that there could be some resistance around this area, around the 14, 13 and a half level. People that bought around this area might be looking to sell here that they can get to break even. Let me go to a weekly chart, and here we can see that resistance. But we can see this nice uptrend. So it'll be interesting to see who wins out, whether the resistance holds it back or whether the institutions are stepping in. If we look at the volume, we can see that volume is pretty strong, moving up. So it looks nice. And we can put on a nice little trend line. So why don't we do that to give us some better perspective. I'll put that on. So we kind of have a 3-point trend line, 1, 2, 3. And you can see here, nice volume moving up. And let's take a look at a daily chart. So we'll go 6 months. And we can see that trend line moving up right here. Look at the volume coming in, the positive volume on this week. Now we did have a strong week in the S&P 500, so that helps a lot with it. And if you follow my weekly analysis, which is just a great idea to keep you going for the week, you'll notice that I think there could be a pullback coming back. So we'll have to see how that goes. But right now I'm looking here. We can see probably put a trend line in here. And so that kind of maps us out. Now if we look at possible stop points and maybe buy points, let me go back to the monthly chart. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. If you don't follow it too much and you just take a look here and there at the stock market, you may want to look at this bar, maybe put the low in here. The low was $12, so that might be a good stop point for you there. If you look at it more often, maybe once a week or a couple times a week, then maybe a good stop point for your if you wanted to buy Sara.lee could be in the low here of $12.98, or you could just go right below this trend line right down here. So around $12.90. The low here of $12.32. So $12.32 around here, $12.30. If you went to a daily, a stop might be just below support here. So you could then do right around $12.40, 45 cents. That could be more of a possible stop for you. And then I like to always look intraday. We'll go with a 60-minute, 60-day chart. And you can see here there was buying around this area, around the $12.75 area, $12.80. So if you were a little bit more aggressive, you could put in a stop in there. Now, like I said, during the in my weekly commentary, we had a strong week. And probability generally states that, if the stock market's going up 4 or 5 days in a row, it's less likely to continue that. There usually is a pullback. So if you did like Sara.lee, possibly you might want to wait. Maybe it gets down here to 1350 or 1325. If this does become the swing high, you could then just put in a Fibonacci retracement. I'll just do that quickly just to see. We don't know yet because we don't know if this is the high. But in case it were, if you're following it, possible buy points could be around here, 1309, 1283. And then if it does get support, which is this 61.8% Fibonacci around the $12.60 area, that might be a good buy point. And then we'll see it for 6 months. Remember, these stocks are designed by MSN. They've done the research to perform well over the next 6 months. So then if you got a nice buy point and it held your stop, then you might want to just hold it for 6 months to see how it do. And I'm going to follow it too. I'll put it in my newsletter. I'll put a link to the newsletter. And also, if you have any commentary on this analysis or the stock, if you know something about Sara.lee want to add anything, I'd love to hear from you. I'll put links on this page for you to do that. So that's my stock pick of the week from MSN Stock Scatter, and that's my analysis. And just remember, I'm not a registered investment advisor. I just do this for fun. So don't take this as advice or a recommendation or anything like that. It's just information and fun dialogue about the game of probability that I love so much, and maybe you do too. So thanks again for taking your time, and best of luck to you in your investment. Take care. Bye-bye.